So, well, we only went on for 8 minutes with no sound because I was muted and nobody heard a damn word I just said. Wow, I'm gonna post blooper. I'm gonna say there's a disclaimer. There's a bloopers here. So let me start over again. Let me start over again. So today, welcome everybody for on this beautiful morning. I am doing a review on Engineering Dungeons. For anyone who's been joining us this whole time, Colin, thank you so much for letting me know. I can't believe I was muted. I've got to remember to unmute myself. I keep myself muted because sometimes my microphone picks up noises when I play my intro and my exit, but I've definitely got to remember to do this. So, again, we're talking about Engineering Dungeons. And the author of Engineering Dungeons is by Robert Doyle. Editor was Coro Calcerda. Cover art was Peter Bradley. Interior art was Peter Bradley, Jason Walton, Sarah Walker, and Mark Allen. Layout and design was by Peter Bradley and produced by Trollord Games. Now, this book, I will say, is very handy, especially if you're trying to make, if you're trying to come up with a dungeon. Now, they do have dungeon basics. There's no table of contents because the book is very simplistic, which is what I really do like about it, with some really good art. Such as the dungeon basics. What's the purpose of your dungeon? Was it used as an economic structure to generate revenue, as a trades guild, shelter? Was it used as a prison, a religious structure, or just as an experiment? Then it has builders, like who built it? Was it an intelligent race, bearing monster, or was it something completely alien? Was it magically generated? And then it has locations, such as terrain, civilization, does it belong in a ruins, underwater, is it in the air, is it a floating structure, is it a plains, or a combination of both. And it also has sub-tables for each of those things, as well as such as size, what's the size of your, how big is your dungeon? Is it got 1 level, 2 levels, 3 levels? 4 levels, 5 levels, 6 levels, 7 levels. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not singing. I already sung through a role-playing once, so no. And how many entrances does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4. What kind of entrance? Doors, shaft, passage, or is it a magic entrance? Does it look like a wall and you just go right through it? How old is it? So on and so forth. Plus it has pathways such as passages, rooms, chambers, and dead ends. Even has ways of doing that. How big is each room and chamber? 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, who knows? Sorry, I got, after being muted for 8 minutes straight and people going, what the hell's going on? I figured I just added a little bit of humor just to keep this going. What kind of doors does it have? Regular doors, trap doors. What kind of monsters or treasures are inside? What kind of decorations? Has tables for all that. What's the average to pick a lock? What's the average to open a door? Is it lethal trap, non-lethal trap, pit trap, movement trap? And like I said, we already covered monsters. Even gives you tables for monsters, like is it a common, uncommon, rare monster, and type of like a hot desert terrain, cold desert terrain, forest terrain. It has 3 different various forms of tables for each terrain type of monster that should be inside the dungeon. Just lots and lots of stuff going on here, and it even has an NPC table. It has stuff, a dragon table, bargeist table, stuff that would be in there. Magical pool table, a temperature table. Does the room severely increase in temperature, decrease in temperature, mild, moderately? Is there sounds coming from the room? What's the lighting like? What kind of smells do you smell? Conditions. Are you going in this room and you're just suddenly mildly confused, or is your confusion very overwhelming? Is it a magical thing, or is it just something because the room is maybe a little off center? Who knows? What kind of type is it? Laboratory, bedroom, throne, kitchen? It just has lots. Files, alchemical furnishings, types of furnishings you put in here, torture chambers, types of stuff you could use for torture chambers, such as spiked torture helmet, a guillotine, gunpowder. Sit right there and wait for the little wick to go down, and boom, there's the gunpowder. So it has many different things that you can, once again, do to generate a random dungeon. And one of the greatest things I like about this, the reason why I shared who created this book and who was all good to think for this book from Troll Lord Games, is because look at this art. Now, this art may not be for everybody, but I think it's pretty good art. The book is only $9.99. I will actually have the link to the book, and the cost of both the physical and the PDF book in my description. I do have both PDF and physical copy of this book that I just bought from Troll Lord Games, and I've been going through it. I even used this book to make up a dungeon recently. That's actually one of the dungeons I made up, was the one for my solo roleplay that I'm doing. And I freaking love this because it actually helps with that. Now, if you already know the purpose of your dungeon and what it's used for and stuff like that, that's fine. Because you know what I mainly use it for is just coming up with the dungeon. So like you can even skip like the first 5 pages and go to like the page 6, like generate the size, the doors, or the doors hidden. It's just an amazing book, and look, you get some really good art for what it is. I mean, it's only $9.99. That covers the physical copy and the PDF, I do believe. I will actually double check that, and I will post that in a link here as well. And I'm double checking that, going to cross-reference that right now. So the book isn't really a must-buy, I would say. I think it's depending on how you're feeling as a creator, or as a dungeon master. Me, personally, I bought it because I thought it looked good. I read the description. I thought it sounded good. Everything was very, very promising. So I ended up getting it. Both the physical copies are being shipped as we speak. Where is it? Crusader Journal? No, that's not it. Other settings? Maybe. No, that's not it. Where are you? World Builder. Here we go. Okay, Engineering Dungeons. Here we go. Print and digital. Print and digital is normally $11.99. Right now there is a sale going on for $9.99. I do recommend picking this up. I really do. It was on my list for many times, and I read it, and it is, and this is funny. This is actually from the website itself. It says, beneath the crisp, clear air of the world's surface lie dungeons deep and cold. Okay, not what I thought it said. I thought it was saying, in this book, it's a crisp, clear way of making dungeons. It is very clear, easy to read. I mean, like I said, I picked it up because I feel like I could use it, and I did end up using it, making a dungeon with it. So I really much do like doing that. Like I said, if you can't come up with a dungeon about how it should be laid out, this would be a good buy. This would be a very good buy. And it's actually, for the print and digital combo, $9.99, as there's a sale. If you do the print by itself, it's $9.99. I recommend the print and digital because it seems like you're getting a deal. And then if you just do the digital only, it's $7.99. So, yeah, I mean, there is shipping costs involved, but I mean, you're getting a 24 to 30 page book. So, I mean, really, what's the cost in that? I think it's a really good buy. All right. I've been kind of rambling on for 17 minutes. 8 minutes was complete dead silence. I do apologize. I will tell everybody, please skip to the 8-minute marker that the audio will start soon. It's just freaking, I forgot to unmute myself. That was my bad. Other than that, I hope I really did sell you guys on this, because I think the book is really, really cool. And like I said, it's not a must-buy. It's not like it really adds anything to your world. It just helps you create things. So for those who are having a hard time coming up with the formation of a dungeon, instead of going to a dungeon generator, just take the time and generate your own. I actually did that today a little bit too, and it was very much fun. It was very fun to do that, just to see what because not even I knew how it was going to form itself. And you know what? It leaves a lot of mystery for yourself, and then once you fill everything in, it's just lots of fun to do. All right, well, that is everything I have for today. I could have easily cut 8 minutes off. I made this a 10-minute video, but instead it's a 20-minute video. So I've wasted everyone's time for 8 minutes being on silent, so awesome sauce there. Other than that, that's all I have to say. So everybody who's tuned in, thank you so much for coming in. And I have a kitty cat on my shoulder, so she wants attention. She's a female. Her name is Lightning. Anyway, work hard, play hard, game hard, everybody. Game on. my famous Tabletop Junkie salute. You guys all have a great and wonderful day.